Hey and welcome to the 132nd edition of Quotes, Quibble and Questions, your weekly leadership development fix from me, Matt the Coaching Guy. This week I focus on priorities. Most leaders struggle because they say yes to too many things without properly understanding what they're committing to and making sense of current capacity in their team. Speed has also become a badge of honour. Busy has become a performance metric, and somewhere along the line they confused movement with progress. Direction will always beat speed, because if you're moving fast in the wrong direction, all you're doing is getting lost quicker and taking your team with you. But remember, 30 to 40% of what's happening in your business isn't making the boat go faster. It's noisy, it's legacy work, it's justifying contribution. And if you don't have the discipline to question it, you'll never get out of the cycle and your leadership is feeding the problem. Recognizing that leadership is a strategy game, and the most important rule is what you take off rather than what you add on. Resource is finite, so use it to focus on the priorities to achieve the goals. So here's your quotes this week. What is important is seldom urgent, and what is urgent is seldom important. Dwight D. Eisenhower. There is nothing so useless as doing effectively what which you should not be have done at all. Peter Drucker. You do anything but not everything. David Allen. And the key is not to prioritise what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. Stephen Covey. And so your quibble this week is everything feels like a priority, but it rarely is. It's more often is a lack of clarity on what actually matters, a reluctance to say no, or a fear of challenging work that shouldn't exist in the first place. Leaders run out of courage to make hard prioritization calls. So what should you look out for? Are you or your business drifting into performative productivity? Saying yes too quickly without understanding the full context, teams constantly busy but outcomes are not improving, work expands to fill time rather than driving impact, and you're over-reporting, over-measuring or over-explaining value. Legacy projects continue simply because we've always done it, and people protect activities instead of questioning necessity. And this is where the smoke and mirrors creeps in. Activities look important, but don't move the needle. And don't delude yourself. Your people are doing everything that they can. They are great people, but most of them operate on autopilot, doing what they've always done. So go looking and start asking more questions for curiosity. If you need to readdress your leadership approach, do this. Focus on removing what shouldn't be there. Trust me, your team will thank you for it. Slow down before you say yes. Ask better questions. Understand the why before you commit to the what. Choose direction over speed. Get clear on where you're actually trying to go, then align effort accordingly. Audit your work honestly. If 30 to 40% isn't driving progress, start cutting, not trimming, cutting. Allocating resource deliberately. Time, money and people should follow impact, not history or hierarchy. And normalise stopping things. Great businesses don't just start well, they stop well. Because strategy isn't what you say yes to, it's what you're willing to take off the table. All it takes is an adjustment of your leadership operating system, forming new habits, new ways of working, and the most important thing, simplifying it for both you and your team. So here's your question for this week. If I stopped 30% of what my team is doing tomorrow, what would actually break and what would nobody even notice? So thanks for listening to this week's newsletter. If you have any other subject matter you'd like to hear more about, do drop me an email at matt@thecoachingguy.co.uk. And if you're ready to go from stretched to strategic in 90 days, creating more time, more energy and more impact, then let's find a way to work together. Book your free consultation, the link's in my bio. So have a great week. Bye for now.